Hey guys, so today I'm going to be installing a crossover pipe and also a turbo hard pipe. So starting off with the turbo hard pipe, first of all what you will need is to remove the old one. For that you need a 10mm socket, and then you just want to start unscrewing the two bolts either side on this end. Once you've unscrewed those two bolts, you just want to take them off and put them in a safe place so you know where to find them, because you will need these to screw on to the new one when you put that into place. But once that is done, the next thing you'll need is a flathead screwdriver, and you want to start unscrewing the Jubilee clip on the pipe down on this end. Just get it so it's loose and then slide it down the hose slightly so it's out of the way. So once you've done that, you want to pull the end that was bolted on off of the turbo, and then you want to just wiggle it free from the hose on the other end. Now we're going to take the new part, and first of all we are going to slide it down into the existing pipe, trying to get as much as the pipe into the hose as possible so that it doesn't come off easily. Then we want to place the bolted end onto the turbo and then do up the Jubilee clip. Now you want to get the Jubilee clip quite tight, and you also want it to be after you get the lip on the end of the new pipe, just so it doesn't move anywhere and it stays in place. Now you want to take the two bolts that you took off earlier, you want to place them onto the end of the threads that they came off of, and then take the same 10mm socket and start doing them back up. Now it won't take long to do them back up, and you want to make sure that they're fairly tight. Once this is done, you're pretty much good to go. And now that that's pretty much done, we'll move on to the crossover pipe. So first things first is we need to remove the old crossover pipe. Now I have an engine cover, so that I've got to remove that first. I do that just by unscrewing the oil cap, pulling off the engine cover, and then screwing the oil cap back down. Now I'm taking a flathead screwdriver and I'm just unscrewing both the Jubilee clips on the primary and secondary induction hoses, loosening those off so that I can get the crossover pipe out. Now I'm taking a 10mm socket and I'm going to be undoing the bolts holding the crossover pipe down. There's one on the left and there's also one on the right. I'm just doing the one on the left at the moment. Now I'm taking out this clip. Now this was a bit of a pain. What I'm doing is I'm getting a screwdriver, wedging it under and trying to loosen off this clip. Now it's probably not the best way of doing things, but it's the only way that I found, or the easiest way that I found to get it out. So once you do get it loose, you'll be able to reach in and just pull it off, as you'll see, and you might not be able to see too much because obviously my hand would be in the way, but I didn't want to drop the clip through the car, so do be aware of that. There we go. Now the clip's loose, just reaching in, pulling it off, and there we go. Now removing that clip means that we can just use a bit of force and pull this tube off of the back of the crossover pipe, and then you're ready to move on. Now I'm going to be undoing the other bolt on the other side. Again, it's a 10mm socket just like the other one, and then you just want to unscrew that and take that out. Now both of those are done, the two bits that were holding the crossover pipe down with the bolts, just unclip from the pipe. So that's the easiest way to get the pipe out, is to just unclip those, as you can see here I'm doing with a screwdriver. Unclipping that so I can take out the crossover. It's a little bit fiddly, but with a bit of perseverance you can quite happily pull it out. Now we need to remove the last tube on the back, which is held on with this metal clip. As you can see, I've used an adjustable spanner to pinch them together and pull it off. Now we're going to be installing the new crossover pipe. So the first thing I'm going to do is start off by putting the tube onto the back, still held down with the adjustable spanner, and just sliding it onto the back. Now I'm going to clip the other tube on. It takes a bit of force, and then once you have it firmly on, you can put the green clip on. Once you sat the crossover pipe in place, which it is a little bit fiddly, you can then bolt it back on using the same bolts that you took off. I did take out one of the induction hoses so I could get it in a little bit easier. It did help, so I would recommend taking out the left hand induction hose, and it might make your life a little bit easier. Once it's bolted down, you can get the induction hoses back in. Now it might be a little bit difficult because the new crossover pipe is a little bit wider, and I would also recommend getting large Jubilee clips, because I did have quite a problem putting the standard Jubilee clips back on, and I will be myself upgrading to larger Jubilee clips, so that's something I would definitely recommend doing. But once you've got it fitted, you can put the hoses onto the crossover pipe. It is a little bit of a pain and you might have a bit of a struggle, but with a bit of perseverance and some larger Jubilee clips, it's not too difficult. Right, so that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching. If this video helped you and you enjoyed it and you want to see more stuff like this, then please leave the video a like. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, and if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. You can also hit the bell and you'll be updated for whenever I upload a video. See you in the next one.